Attention all grill masters and backyard barbecue enthusiasts. Lynn's has everything you need to make your 4th of July cookout a success. From sizzling certified Angus beef steaks and mouth-watering burgers to fresh cut fruit and all the condiments you desire, we have you covered. Browse our weekly ad for celebratory savings like 39-cent per pound seedless watermelon through July 4th and shop online at lynsgrocery.com for extra convenience. Lynn's, where delicious begins.
This is the Washington Times front page for Tuesday, October 29th, 2024. Thanks for joining us. I'm George Gerbo. Pentagon officials say North Korea has sent about 10,000 soldiers to Russia, where they're expected to hone their military training before joining the war against Ukraine. Mike Glenn reports the deployment reflects rapidly warming ties between North Korea and Russia, which has caused deep unease in the U.S. and South Korea. The military personnel likely will join Russian forces operating near Ukraine over the next several weeks. Some of the North Korean troops have already moved closer to the battlefield, Pentagon officials said. South Korean intelligence officials worried that North Korea will bolster Russia's campaign inside Ukraine while giving Kim Jong-un's regime battlefield training and access to Russian military technology. Online political gambling markets have been betting on former President Trump to win next week's presidential election. Stephen Dinan and Susan Ferricchio report Polymarket has Trump as a 2-to-1 favorite to win the election. At Kalshi, a U.S.-based election prediction market, Trump was tied with Vice President Harris earlier this month, but now has better than 60% odds of winning. It comes as Harris is beginning to trail Trump in the 7 battleground states at the worst possible moment. They say the vice president will lose even more ground unless she talks about policy solutions to issues important to voters. Democratic Party strategists and top donors also worry that the Harris campaign has strayed from their theme of joy and change that dominated the message after the campaign launched in July. 4 states and the District of Columbia have ballot initiatives to approve ranked choice voting in top-line elections. Any of the 4 states where ranked choice voting is on the ballot, Colorado, Idaho, Nevada, or Oregon, would become the most populous state to adopt the reform, according to advocacy organization Fair Vote. In those jurisdictions, Valerie Richardson reports voters would be asked to rank candidates, and those rankings would determine a winner if nobody captures a majority. Only Alaska, Hawaii, and Maine currently use ranked choice voting for state and federal races. Maine and Alaska will use the system for the presidential election this year. Hawaii uses ranked choice voting in special federal and local elections, but it won't be using it for this presidential election. And finally, a recent Pew Research Center poll found that 53% of Republican men, but only 29% of Democratic men, consider themselves highly masculine. Sean Salai reports the nonpartisan research group says Republican men were more likely than Democratic men to embrace stereotypically masculine qualities such as confidence, risk-taking, and physical strength. Democrats were more likely to praise traditionally feminine qualities such as affectionate behavior, soft speaking, and caring about others. Find all of today's front page stories at WashingtonTimes.com/front page or the Washington Times app, and find us wherever you get your podcasts. You can also find us on social media at Wash Times for breaking news, sports, commentary, and more. For the Washington Times, I'm George Gerbo.
Okay, it's official. We are very much in the final sprint to Election Day. And face it, between debates, polling releases, even court appearances, it can feel exhausting, even impossible to keep up with. I'm Brad Milkey. I'm the host of Start Here, the daily podcast from ABC News. And every morning, my team and I get you caught up on the day's news in a quick, straightforward way that's easy to understand, with just enough context so you can listen, get it, and go on with your day. So, kickstart your morning. Start smart with Start Here and ABC News, because staying informed shouldn't feel overwhelming.